What's up, beautiful people? It's yours truly, Slam Podcast, where we talk about sports, life, and music. It's good to be back. I've taken some time off, had to do a lot of work, music, traveling. Just got back from an Iceland, Norway, and Netherlands cruise for almost 3 weeks. And a week prior to leaving, I had been in Portugal for a week performing. So touring is touring, and I'm not complaining. I probably look exhausted right now, which I know I do, because I still need rest. I'm still on Europe time, which there's 6, 7, and some places we were like almost 8 hours ahead. So, but the show must go on. So now we got all that out the way. Let's talk about last night's game, Game 7, Indiana against OKC. And I was really looking forward to watching this game. And I was hoping it went 7, and I was right, it was going to go 7. It sucked trying to watch the whole series, because as the series was going on in the U.S., maybe starting at 7:30, it was starting at 3:30, 4 o'clock a.m. Where we were. So, was trying to catch as much of the finals as I could, but I was able to get home in time enough for Game 7, like I said, which was Sunday night. And the game started out, I was like, ooh, this is going down to the last minute, maybe 30, 20 seconds. Like, whoever got the ball last is going to win this game. And just like that, we were robbed of a classic Game 7 finals that I think would have went down in the books as one of, if not the best Game 7 NBA finals that we've ever seen. Superstar, because that's what he is. Got to give him his props. Tyrese Halliburton, NBA superstar. The way he started out that game, hitting 3 threes. I was like, ooh, this going to be good. This going to be good. Drives to the basket. As soon as he went down, I knew it. I said, he blew out his Achilles. And then when they showed the replay, you could see it pop. Just like when you saw Kevin Durant's, because that's the most recent as far as finals injury that we saw. KD came out. I think he hit his first 10, 11, 12 points. So, he's feeling good. Like, well, shoot, I can, do what I do. And as soon as he did that thing popped. We've had 8 Achilles injuries this season alone. That's never been done before. But getting back to the finals, I was almost sick to my stomach when I seen him go down, because like damn, we was robbed. We was robbed of a classic, and we would never get to know if Tyrese hadn't got hurt. Better yet, been healthy, period, because, the man had a calf injury, so he played through it. And this is the result. Steph Curry had the same injury. He chose not to play, which was probably smart. Now this man is going to be out for the whole entire year. I hope Indiana does right by him when he's up for his extension. And I hope he gets the Supermax, because, he put on for the team and the organization. You got to reward that man. But, just going back to the finals, man, that made me sick to my stomach. And I knew as soon as he went down, that game was over. That man was on pace for a 30-piece, 35-piece, 12 assists, triple-double. That's where he was on his way to. But shout out to OKC. These guys got something. They got something good down there in OKC. Everybody's young, still under contract. You at least got your core for the next 2-3 years. So we're gonna be looking to see if they can put together a repeat. Can you go back to back like the greats? And if they do that, can you go back to back to back? Can you three-peat? That'd be the next task. I think they can. They keep drafting well. Sam Presti down there is, you got to give him. He's been the best GM to rebuild from when OKC had Kevin, Russ, and James. To rebuild this to what it is phenomenal. And how ironic is it? On the day they won the championship, the morning of, Kevin Durant gets traded to Houston. OKC, like I said, had Russ, James, and KD on the same team. They couldn't win. They went up against LeBron and Wade in the Heat and Chris Bosh. They couldn't pull it out. And each one of those players went on to, Kevin was an MVP there as well. He left. Russ became an MVP there. James left, became an MVP in Houston. How ironic is it that Kevin is now in Houston? James went there first, Russ went there, and Kevin went there. Is going there. So it's funny how all these guys, NBA paths mirror each other. So we're going to get to see what Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets do. The initial trade, I didn't like it. I feel like they gave up too much for an older guy, because at this point, I'm not sure if Kevin Durant's play at this age affects winning, actual winning games. But the more I looked, and the more I had to step back and really analyze that thing. They still got one of the twins, Thompson twins. You still got Van Fleet. You still got Sengun. You still got Jabari. If Kevin stays healthy, Kevin Durant stays healthy, they are going to be a problem. But the entire team, the core, has to be healthy for them to even be a title contender, period. And we know KD doesn't have a good history of staying healthy the last 5-6 years. We know he's a bucket. So, and we know there's more trades to come. We're going to see what Phoenix is going to do. You got 4 or 5 guards that play the same position. Somebody's going elsewhere. They're not keeping all those. Bradley Beal still has his no trade clause. Let's see what happens with that. Let's see how long he keeps that. I know he's not going to want to get shipped anywhere. So, we're going to keep an eye out on that. But all in all, the NBA season sucked because all we saw was threes, and either there was dunking or there was threes. Fast break, threes. No mid-range. That's why I appreciate a guy like SGA from OKC. Great mid-range, picks his spots, gets to his spots. You're not going to speed him up. You're not going to slow him down. I miss that about the NBA in the 90s. Like, I hope post-up play comes back as well as the mid-range, because the NBA season was hard to watch, but the playoffs, I feel this year made up for the lackluster play of the 32 teams. So, especially the finals. Man, we was robbed, man. I was really looking forward to seeing a straight up Hagler-Hearns Game 7. That's what it was gearing up to be until my man Holly went down. So, speedy recovery to him. And it's about to be a boring 2 months with no NBA, no NFL. All we got is baseball. And so we're going to make the best of it. There's stories popping up every other day. So always going to be some things to talk about with sports. But until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Slam Podcasts. We out.